Welcome back. Time for Better Biking. Tracy and Peter are here with me now, and we are talking about Bike to School Week, Bike to School safety. So many kids out there on the roads right now. Tell us a little bit about what things people really need to be aware of.
Well, absolutely. Yesterday was Bike to School Day, and in Green Bay we had 16 schools that participated, and we estimated about 8,000 kids got out on their bikes instead of hopping in the car or the bus yesterday. So we had a really large amount of kids participating.
This is actually a national movement. This has been around since 2011. I think there were 1,000 events that occurred back then in 49 states. So it's really picking up momentum every year, and we've seen the evidence of that.
And that's just it. Do you see more kids biking to school rather than taking the bus? Because there are so many funding cuts and things like that where you're not getting the busing option. So biking more?
Yeah, it's picking up. It definitely is. There's more kids participating, and it's just a really good thing. Bike to School Day is a good thing to get the awareness out there, to let parents and students know that you can do it, and it is safe and fun, and to encourage them to do that on a regular basis.
So when we are talking about children here, what things do we need to be aware of? They are still learning.
Yeah, there's this magical thing that happens with most kids around 3rd and 4th grade. Before 3rd grade, they really don't have the mental or the physical ability to do what they need to do to be in traffic alone, so they have to be with a parent. But in about 4th grade, if we get them some good education, they really can handle riding on most quiet residential streets alone.
So you would say going, back and forth to school would be okay for somebody who does have experience?
You bet. And after they've had that class, what we always recommend is have your kid lead and you follow them. It's a great way to proof it and see whether they can do that.
Just to see if they do that. There were some tips that we have right there on the screen, just that they still are developing. You have to really watch out for them, be paying extra attention.
Yes.
Sure. Most people don't know that kids have a 1/3 less peripheral vision than adults. So imagine when they go up to an intersection, if they don't stop, turn their head and their body to look for traffic, they're not seeing the same things we are. And that's just one example of how they're different.
We absolutely have to be on the lookout for them, is what it sounds like.
Yep.
Types of places you can get training.
There's lots of them, and some of the local ones, your Park and Rec department, a lot of them have courses because their kids are biking back and forth to the parks during the summer.
Right.
We have good national resources too. The League of American Bicyclists actually trains national instructors, and I'm one of them, so we're lucky to have some really good resources right here in town for those kinds of things.
For families who are watching right now and thinking maybe getting the kids out there for the first time, maybe biking to school at some point, what would be the first tip that you would have for them?
Well, my first tip is if they're in front of you, which is where we would suggest they be, just remember they don't tell you when they want to stop.
This is something you must see.
Yes, it is.
We've experienced it.
Yeah, no, pick a short location, something easy on quiet streets, someplace that they like to go, to go
that
get
they
ice
know,
cream.
too.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then usually we would suggest that when you're riding that that you ride on the right side with traffic. But I think we'll let you use your judgment, frankly. If you have little kids and they're not holding the line really well, in that case, perfectly okay to be on the trail, the sidewalk with them too. Just be very careful when crossing the street.
Right. It's just a good opportunity to get kids out there.
Exactly.
And really just biking and having fun and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys. For more information about better biking, just go to our website, NBC26.com.